Be happy in the moment. That's enough. Each moment is all you need. No more. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Well, it looked like we weren't really making too much movement. Maybe the bears kind of got back a hold of people's sentiments once again. I think I had heard some talk about, oh, are we going to go back down, this and that, $5,000. Not worried about it. Still thinking long term. Still thinking that Bitcoin is, the technology. It's mind-blowing how quickly this stuff is, developing, getting implemented, finding new use case scenarios in the world. We're just waiting for everybody else to kind of catch up to us, right? And see what we got going on, because what we have going on is how money's supposed to be. It's the future of money. And you know what else is the future? Samantha. We got her hanging out here in the chat. How are you today, Samantha?
Good. Good morning, everyone.
So how are you feeling today?
I'm all right.
Yeah? Why is that?
Because today's my day off.
Today is your day off. Awesome.
Yes.
So you get to enjoy yourself, live life for yourself, right?
I get to clean the house.
Those chores, they never get done, do they?
No. Not generally.
All right. So let's see. What did I see when I was looking at it earlier? I think I seen Bitcoin sitting there banging against 6,500. We keep seeing that number quite a bit, right? 6,500. The market cap, I think it was over $200 billion. But Samantha, would you mind pulling up one of those screen share things so that I guess we could all take a look at this together and we're not working off my memory? Because as always, memory is faulty. There we go. Thank you, Samantha. And thank you for refreshing it, because as I'm always saying, cryptocurrency is changing every minute. Hey, look at that. They added like 10 more coins to the cryptocurrency market cap. 1,960 coins. I think we could do with maybe, 50. But as we move into the future, everything's going to be digitized, tokenized, manipulated to scam you out of your money in some form of cryptocurrency. I don't know. People are still talking about how ICOs are out there and, trying to get you to invest in those. I just, at this point in time, I don't see why anybody would be investing in any ICOs. I see that, there could be some good projects. Some people could need some funding because they're having revolutionary ideals. But I mean, after everything that happened last year, I mean, that's definitely not the way to go about trying to seize some funding for your project.
It's just like how the Nigerian prince, if there is one that needs help, it's never getting help.
That Nigerian prince is tough out of luck. All right. Well, we got a market cap coming in at $202 billion. We got that BTC dominance over 55%. Big plus there. Let's see. What do I got here? Well, I got Bitcoin down about 1/3%. Not too big of a deal. I mean, still coming in at $6,487. Let's hope the rally continues or at least picks up later on today. I would love to see $7,000 again soon. Maybe middle of the week would be a big plus. What do you think, Samantha?
Awesome.
All right. Well, we got Ethereum, $219. Hey, they're holding on the other side of that $200 support line. I mean, people were real concerned when it got below that, and we started seeing the low end of $100. So, I mean, this is real nice. Not that they're making any movement. It doesn't look like anybody's making any real movement in the top 20 here. We got XRapid at 28 cents. Like I said, no movement. Bitcoin Cash, $446. That's up 1%. EOS, $5.37. Struggling to get that 550, but we know they'll get it. We got Stellars coming in at 20 cents. That's 1.3% gain. Litecoin down almost 0.75%, $56. Tether at $1, if you couldn't have guessed that one. Monero, $116. That's up 0.61, so a little over 0.5%. Cardano down up almost 0.5% as well at 6.8 cents. Hey, there we go. Dash making some moves. That's who we got making some money in the top 20. $195. That's up 3.75%. All right. Hey, there we go. Tezos. We got their main net coming out today. So $1.57. That's not too bad considering the pumps that they have. Not too much of a retracement from what I can see. It's down only 0.5% at the moment. And I guess let's get down here to the Steam and Steam back dollar. And Steam, 74 cents, 74.6 cents, up almost 3%. Not bad. I mean, Long has it been since the days of $5 Steam. And let's see, the Steam back dollar. 98 cents, up almost a full percent right there, getting closer to that $1 indicator. I mean, I don't know. I keep hearing talks about, are we looking at another altcoin season starting before the Bitcoin rally? And, this is how it happened before, and this is what we're looking at now. You cannot go on the past to predict the future, especially when you're talking about an emerging technology, a brand new currency, the forefront of technology intertwining with money, finances, decentralization, the revolution that we're all hoping for to stop having the dollar oppress us as much as it has been. I mean, you go talk to the people in other less fortunate countries, they're going to tell you how shitty the dollar really is. All right. So as I continue to keep doing every single episode, boom, dollar cost averaging. Here's our EDC flyer. Looking to go to the Electric Daisy Carnival, November 9th and 10th. As you can see here, this is the flyer we're looking to go ahead and pass out. We're trying to spread the word of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies to the masses. We think that the Electric Daisy Carnival and other music festivals, as we continue on down the road here, is a good avenue to be able to get people who are, the right kind of people, I guess is how I would, like to think of it. The people that we're really looking for to be able to step into the space of cryptocurrency. They may not be here necessarily looking for the financial gains. They may be here for the more decentralization. They may be here for the fact that they're future people. They want things to be the way that we picture them in our head in the future, where we're all equal and we all have rights, and that we're using a money that's for the people, by the people, which, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's exactly what Bitcoin is. All right, over here is the tally fund. So you can go ahead and see how we're raising our money. You can keep track of it, see what's going on. $348.49 based on the price of Bitcoin right now. That's 58% of our way to our $600 goal. I mean, we had to put it in USD because this is going to cover 2 tickets, gasoline, and the flyers. We're barely going to cover it. We're also going to be matching some money in there for our own food, drinks, motel room. So it's not like we're asking you to send us on vacation or anything. The way I think of it a little bit more is that we're doing like a carbon offset for cryptocurrency. You guys are going to be donating a couple dollars here and there just to help the cause, because I know you guys are busy. I know you guys can't get out there and do the legwork and help promote Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as much as we all should be. So, hey, I got free time. I love doing it. I will definitely take up the slack if you guys want to help fund the adventure. All right, let's see if we can go ahead and stop this screen share. And let's go ahead and pull up the screen so Samantha can see what we're doing. And let's pop out the chat. And I see we got Tech Lords out here this morning. Awesome. Unfortunately, I think you might be the only one out here, buddy. Hey there, my man. How are you doing? I'm glad you're out here to join me for a cup of coffee today. I know Mondays, right? They're rough. It's always hard to get going after the weekend. We've all went out there and enjoyed ourselves. Some of us a little bit too much. Some of us, I had some work to do around the house, but nothing too big.
I just went to work all weekend.
When are you not working, Samantha?
Well, when you only work like 5-hour shifts, I mean.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just more manipulation of the government on you and big business trying to say, oh, well, we'll work you 5 and 6 days a week, but only 5-hour shifts so that you don't technically qualify as a full-time employee, so that if we decide we want to get rid of you, we don't have to give you unemployment. We don't have to give you benefits. We don't have to give you anything because you're just a part-time employee.
Yep. They don't have to do medical, nothing. Like, I don't think anybody where I work besides management has anything. Yeah,
that's usually how these things go. The world is getting full of eeny, meeny, miny, mo jobs where they could care less about you. I mean, that's, it's another part of this cryptocurrency. It's one of those rants that get me going out here about how things are stacked against us, or at least it always feels that way to me. I mean, I could see if I was a bad alcoholic or a drug addict or just a lazy person that just wanted to sit around, and I'm not, and I never really have been, but yet things are still tough. And I really don't think for the average intelligent man who's out there, who's willing to work and take care of his family and has some good core values where they're not off trying to get the Lambos and go on the super world vacations and all this stuff. I just want to have a decent meal with my family, sit around on my land. And that's a struggle sometimes. And it doesn't seem right. And it seems like that's one of the problems with America. One of the reasons why I embrace cryptocurrency so passionately is that I hope that this is what's going to fix it, or at least I hope it's what's going to help fix some of my problems. All right. Yes?
We have Dave Close is also here, but he says, you're lagging bad, mate. So I don't know if I need to go see if our child's on.
Yeah, go ahead and check and see if our kid is in there trying to play a video game. Like I keep telling you guys, the upload speed here is really bad. It's like 1.25 megabytes per second. I mean, we're barely crossing the threshold, you know, for YouTube uploading, trying to keep that picture quality. I know a lot of people complain about it. I got the 4K camera. This is the Logitech Bro or whatever. So, all right. Well, I guess let's dig into a little bit of news while Samantha's in there possibly reprimanding the child for using the broadband. Let's see, what do we got going on here? Well, we got Binance. They're always in the news. I mean, since that exchange came out, they've been at the top. They've also been super controversial. You know, are they wash trading? Were they taking and charging people millions of dollars in order to get listed on Binance? We know that a Binance listing pretty much meant that your coin was going to pump. Now we're looking at Binance is launching a fiat to crypto exchange in Singapore. They're looking at this happening tomorrow, September 18th. They were saying that this is a temporary basis. This was on invite only for right now. They're going to be opening it up a little further down the pipeline after they've done some testing. I mean, it's nothing that's going to help most of us here in America. I mean, it's definitely going to create more fiat avenues into the cryptocurrency space. That is a big plus. Binance is one of the largest exchanges out there that everybody seems to keep using. So, I mean, giving them an option, especially some of the Asian countries, to be able to go from whatever dollar bills they're in into cryptocurrency, big plus, because, hey, we all want crypto. We all need to have crypto. Once we all start carrying crypto around in possession and owning some form of crypto, then we'll be able to maybe do away with some of these fiat to crypto pairing bridges and, you know, just trade peer to peer. So, you know, it's a step in the right direction. Whether or not this is anything amazing, I mean, a lot of times it seems like everyone's just trying to put out news to keep their name out there in the forefront because cryptocurrency space is always moving so fast.
Okay, so our kid was not on the Wi-Fi in any way.
Big plus. I'm glad that he's not out messing me up.
No sabotage. And Tech Lord says no lag for him. So.
Okay, who was the other guy then? Dave Close?
Dave Close.
Dave Close. Try to turn it off and turn it back on. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Well, we're looking at BitGo. This is...
Sorry, he says it's like a bad kung fu film. Could be like a 2-second lag. So, like, yes, no, said words. Oh, bad Godzilla.
I don't know. It seems like a lot of times I play videos and then I get up and you see me wandering around the house, like cooking and cleaning and looking at different stuff because half the time I don't need to look at somebody reading the news article. I know that that's not what we do. We try to provide you with the wonderful scenery of our backyard on a fuzzy camera.
And our loud birds.
Right. But, I mean, I don't know. We do the best we could do. We just want to get out here and connect with the community. As I'm always telling you guys, one of the main reasons I got out here is how people avoid the scams and try to help out where I can in the cryptocurrency space. When I first got into this stuff and I seen like Tone Vase charging 0.1 Bitcoin and stuff. So it was about $1,000, you know, at some of the times to get some answers. I mean, we want people in this space. I've heard people talking about why are you incentivized to help people in this space? Is it for your own fundamental gains of trying to get adoption going so that you can increase the price of Bitcoin? Or is it because you actually care about these people? It's both. I care about both. Like, you know, I do want to see the price of Bitcoin and adoption happening. I think we all need to get out here and do our part. And of course, I want to see the value of it go up. But I mean, I am
$1,000 for some vague answers.
The price could go up or the price could go down. All right. So where were we? BitGo, they received regulatory approval in the United States for cryptocurrency custodialship. We hear a lot of this. I mean, Supposedly big investors are coming. The price of Bitcoin's shooting to the moon. I mean, it's all about the big time people. The ETFs later on this month. This famous person from Wall Street said $1 million from Bitcoin. Tired of all of that stuff. I mean, when you've been here in the space for a little while, some of the stuff gets old. You keep hearing the same things go around and around and around and around in the same exact cycles. We all know Bitcoin is going to be worth a lot of money as long as we can get adoption. The question is adoption. Are we going to get adoption? Of course we're going to get adoption, especially when we have these second-tier solutions like Lightning. And, I mean, there's 10 other ones I could list off. But I know you guys keep hearing the same thing. There's RSK. There's Mimblewimble. I mean, they're looking at Daisy or Dandelion. I mean, we're looking at privacy in a few different ways. There's all kinds of things happening out there. I mean, this whole concept of Bitcoin wasn't doing what it was supposed to be doing or what we wanted to do. So we went off and we made this altcoin and now it's going to do what Bitcoin could never do. We just had to give up some of our centralization. That's not the answer. The answer is that all good things take time. We had to wait our time with Bitcoin. We know that we were held back for 2 years during development, which is like, it's like an ice age in cryptocurrency world. 2 years of Bitcoin being on lockdown and frozen and not being allowed to add segregated witness to go ahead and add the scaling that we needed. Could you imagine where we would be right now if that had never happened? If we had segregated witness adopted 2 years ago or a year ago, so like there was still some debate and we had to get another year to get it going. And then right now we were looking at Lightning Network fully functioning on the main net, and everybody's using it, and everybody got cell phones with wallet addresses that are part of the Lightning Network, so that you're receiving instantaneous and practically free transactions. I mean, we're going to be there in a year. So, I mean, all these altcoins and all this other hype, and it's taking out. I don't want to hear that crap no more. I'm tired of it. As far as I can tell, Bitcoin has been here for 10 years. Bitcoin is going to be here for as long as I'm alive. Hopefully that's more than a couple days. Hopefully we're looking at 30, 40 years. And everything else just seems like some sort of puppet show or light show in front of me, trying to distract me to buy all of these other altcoins and want me to invest in some ICO or get mixed up in some sort of promised scam of and return this and return that. I mean, what did we were watching a video the other day, and it was that they broke it down and it was real simple. Poor people buy things, right? Middle class people, they go out and they buy liabilities. You know, they go out and they buy cars and boats and expensive vacations, and they put stuff on their credit cards that cost them part of their weekly paycheck every single week until it gets to become equivalent to their weekly paycheck. Smart and rich people, they go out and they buy assets because assets are going to make them money. So as we sit here and we do our minimalist thing and we cut back on cell phones and going out to eat and wearing Nikes and all that other good stuff, even though I do have Nikes.
I was going to say, you're wearing Nikes.
But you know what I mean. The people that have to go out every 2 weeks and buy a $150 pair of shoes. As we cut back on these things, it's because we're trying to be smart. You know, even though we're not the rich people now, we're trying to be the rich people. We're trying to be the ones that are smart enough to buy assets and not just buy stuff and not just go out and overspend and purchase things that are going to add more bills to our weekly, monthly check that we can already barely cover because nobody actually gets paid what they're worth.
Yes, and in the video it was talking about how the poor people, or, you know, non-middle class,
9-to-5ers,
that they buy stuff because they go, oh, well, I only have $50 left of my paycheck after I pay my bills. You can't buy you can't buy an asset with $50. So in turn, they just buy stuff to make themselves feel better about the fact that they're working 9 to 5 at some horrible job. You can buy $50 worth of an asset. You can buy Bitcoin. You
don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. You can buy a fraction of a Bitcoin. Bitcoin breaks down to 8 decimal places. You can get smaller than $1, but I think Coinbase, the minimum they let you buy is 2. Come see me. I'll send you $1. I don't care. I'll even pay the fee myself and not take it out of your dollar if you need $1 of Bitcoin to get you going. All right. So let's see. What else we got going on the news? Digifinex.
Or Digifinax. We don't know, but
Digifinex. Sounds like Bitfinex to me. But they're wanting to go ahead. They're going to be replacing their Tether pair with a true USD pair. I think this is one of those things that we're going to start to see more of. Tether was big. I mean, Tether was the first one out there. Tether had first mover advantage. Now everyone's talking crap about Tether. Are they solvent? Do they really have all that money? Were they using to prop up the price of Bitcoin when it was around the $20,000? Were they using it to drop the price and manipulate the price of Bitcoin? La, 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 la. Well, now we got a bunch of other stable coins. So we're all not reliant, or the traders are not reliant on Tether. We got True USD. We got the Gemini dollar, which is the big one that we've been talking about. So with this exchange, go ahead and trading out Tether for True USD. It goes to show you that soon we're going to be looking. There's going to be lots of stable coins, right? We're going to need billions of dollars worth of stable coins out there. Traders are going to trade, you know, like I said, we got all of these credited investors coming in looking for custodial services. And part of this is that they're going to want to trade in the custodial services, and they're going to need to go back and forth between some sort of cryptocurrency that's pegged to the US dollar or whatever currency you're in, and go back and forth between Bitcoin and all of these other digital assets. And I mean, that's where all of this is going to come into play. Me and you, we're here for one reason, and that's the long-term hodl of Bitcoin. Maybe some Litecoin or some Ethereum or something in the top 10, because we really are not that much of speculators. We're here for sound fundamental reasons about how digital money is the money of the future. I think we're going to see more of this. I think we're going to see a lot of exchanges. I think we're going to see them trading out for all these other ones. I think Tether is going to start a slow decay into death until they can go ahead and start producing more information about how they're really backed by dollar bills. Start showing, you know, some New York, whatever that New York licensing agreement is you have to get in order to have cryptocurrency in New York.
Oh, yeah. I forget the name, but yeah.
So, I mean, it is good. It's going to be what it's going to be. I don't necessarily touch these things, but I think that if we're going to have a stable coin, it's going to be a little better to have a stable coin, you know, that we know isn't going to just disappear. I guess the problem would be now is if you were holding Tether or you were using Tether, you know, at some point, if Tether does have to wash up or go away, to not want to be holding Tether at the point that they do wash up and go away, because, you know, I mean, but there's so much more regulation. It's not like they'd really just get to steal millions and possibly billions of dollars and just disappear. You know, BitConnect wasn't capable of doing it. A lot of ICOs weren't capable of doing it. I don't think they're going to necessarily be capable of ripping everybody off. This space is definitely getting a lot more regulated. I no longer seem to quite think of this as the Wild West as much as I used to. I think of this more like, you know, when they were starting to settle out there, and, you know, you could get away with some bad stuff, but, you know, they call the Texas Ranger and they'd be coming up and getting you no matter where you were out west.
Oh, wait till we get to the part of prohibitionness. Like where they lock us all down, like, you know, there's just rules everywhere. No one can own crypto.
Well, I mean, that eventually in the future, when the government starts realizing how cryptocurrency is, you know, proceeding beyond their control and their rule and giving people more freedoms than what they actually want to allow us, there will be lockdowns. There will be lockdowns that, like, you have to use this exchange and these cryptocurrencies are illegal because of privacy, and we have extra know your customer laws, right. And
yeah, it'll be more, I mean, like that.
It's down the road, but that's also one of the reasons why we're starting to develop these things now, because cryptocurrency, like I say, every single day we're expanding to 360 degrees all at the same time. So as we start to encompass privacy, you know, we're doing it before they can come in and start regulating it. Big plus there. All right. So like I said earlier, we got Tezos. They're going to the main net today. We're looking, they were an ICO back in July. They were one of the big ones. They raised $230 million. There was a chink in the chain there for a little bit, and they got held up in some legal battles as there was some debates between the higher ups. So now that we're here, now that we're looking at the main net, is it really going to do all those things that were promised in the ICO? A lot of people got their fingers crossed on this, talking about Tezos. I mean, I'd like to see them do well. I always hope for the best for these cryptocurrencies. Any cryptocurrency that does well does good things for Bitcoin most of the time, because it draws attention to the space. And once you draw attention to the space, you know, you get in it, you start digging around in it. And then once you start digging around, it's kind of hard and undeniable to say that Bitcoin is not absolutely amazing. All right. We got Robinhood. They're selling your data for millions of dollars to financial companies. Not what we want to hear. I mean, part of some of the cryptocurrency stuff that we got going on is to not be selling our stuff away to these companies like we got going on with the Brave browser. You know, they're attacking Google legally now to try to help protect, you know, us as the users and not selling our data. I mean, I know Robinhood's going to have to do something to get past all those zero fee tradings, but I mean, this company is probably about to take a hit and about to go to the back burner. I mean, they were one of the alternatives to Coinbase. I guess I wouldn't recommend them anymore. Bad publicity for them right here, getting caught selling our information for millions of dollars. It's not what the people in the cryptocurrency space want. They're Robinhood. All right. What else we got? We got the French. We love the French, right? I love hearing French. It's a very sexy language. But they're going ahead and they're passing some laws for ICOs. This is a plus. We keep hearing about regulation and how everybody wants some regulation before they continue on in this space, especially when it comes to the ICOs and the security tokens and this and that. So they passed Article 26. They passed Article 26 looking at standard regulation, pretty much same thing we're hearing out of all the other countries. You got to register, you know, they got some ruling over you. You got to be backed. You got to be verified. Can't go just disappear into the night with everybody's money as all these ICOs would really like to just go do.
Right? It sounds so easy.
Yes, you come up with a plan that sounds good, but realistically isn't. You cut and paste the white paper together. You raise a couple $1 million in cryptocurrency. You slowly funnel it into your own account through some privacy means and coin tumbling.
And Twitter, you know, tweet that says peace out.
Yep. Then, well, no, first you got to get your passport and you go book yourself a nice place to stay somewhere else at an Airbnb in a third world country so that you can live off your $1 million for a real long time.
Right. With your Gucci bag.
Right. Course. And then you go to Twitter and you write, peace out, sucks to be you. And then you go get on your plane in LA and you head out. And then you're set. I mean, you know, you get to eat grapes and beautiful women and margaritas and pina coladas for the rest of your life.
And no one else has to know you're a scam artist. So it's only like deep down inside that you're a scumbag even. Oh, see?
Most people can deal with that kind of stuff. So... I used to have people when this stuff was all going off and I was trying to talk to everybody about cryptocurrency and I was talking about how these ICOs were going to mess up the space. Everybody kept asking me why I didn't start up an ICO because, I mean, I got ideals too. I mean, I'm full of them over here. And it was just like, one of the things I kept saying is that the long arm of the law is very long. And we're starting to recognize and see this now a little bit that you didn't just get to go run off with this money. I mean, we're only a year later and they're already after people and shutting them down and taking the money back and throwing people in jail. Imagine what it's going to be in 3 years from now when they're still looking back at this stuff and trying to hunt these people down. I mean, you're not going to get away with it. The government's not going to let you just rip off people for millions of dollars, or at least not here in the United States. Maybe over in some of the Asian countries, you'd be able, like Singapore or Thailand or whatever, you might be able to get away with all of this. Here in the U.S., you're going to end up in prison, and I ain't looking to hang out with Bubba for $365 for the next 5 years.
I don't know, though, because they've shown that, like, that other countries, like, they catch them, they hold them for the countries, the other countries come get them. I mean, just because you're not...
The world's not as small as it used to be. I mean, a lot of people, you know, fly away for 10 hours and they think that you're gone and never coming back. The world is real small. You can, you know, I could be in Hong Kong in 22 hours from now.
And be back in 3 days. Like, damn.
Yeah. Okay. So, let's see. What else we got? Well, we got the last news, a little bit of bigger news. We're looking at Mt. Gox, people getting back their BTC. They're kind of making some promises here, saying by Valentine's Day. So, what's that? February 14th? February 14th. 2019. And then they're talking about what is this going to do to the market? I mean... What is it? 160,000 Bitcoins are going to be returned, about $1 billion. What's going to happen?
1.03.
$1.03 billion. What's this going to do to the market? I mean, is everybody going to, from Mt. Gox, are they going to get back their coins, or are they going to be like, damn, this sucked. Damn, that was a long time. Here you go. Take my bags. I'm out. Or are they going to be like, well, they've caused me to hodl this long, and 2020 is right around the corner. Maybe I should hold out just a little bit longer.
That's what I would think. Because what Mt. Gox stuff was, it was like $1,000 or under, right? So
yeah,
I mean,
these people are super profitable at this point, especially with 6,500. I mean, and then we're talking February, so I mean, everybody's saying the price is going to go up by then. I tired of hearing those things. We keep 6,500 for the next year right now, as far as I'm concerned on the price. I mean,
dollar cost average.
It. 2020 is coming, halving's coming. There's no debate on the price going up then. You cut down the supply. I mean, the demand is always increasing as we move forward, and people want this digital currency as we continue to develop.
Oh, Dave fixed his stuff, and Crypto Daddy is now here. And
all right, Crypto Daddy.
When you were talking about the scammer plan, he said, sounds like a plan. Everybody needs a plane and a Gucci bag, right? Everybody. No longer the Lambos.
No longer the Lambos. We want jets, right? Mm-hmm. What are the jets that everybody used to rap about that they wanted? The G5 or whatever.
Oh, God. I think so.
No longer Lambos. I want me a G5. That's where we're going with Bitcoin. We're thinking bigger than the Lambo.
You just made my brain hurt.
So, I mean, are we looking at the next potential dip in the market happening in 2019, which I had my fingers crossed to finally be coming up in price? I don't know. I mean, you can't predict what people are going to do. You can't predict the cryptocurrency market. You can't tell what the future is going to bring. The best thing you can do is just try to be prepared for every case scenario. I mean, if the price does take a dip in February, right now, my thoughts are kind of, you get some EIC from your taxes in February, don't you, Samantha?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we'll have extra fiat cash on the sidelines at about the same time the price could be dipping.
Mm-hmm. And it would be government cash. So that right there is even better.
I didn't have to work for. Well, I can tell you exactly what I'm going to do with it right now. But at the same time, you guys know me. I love cryptocurrency. I believe in this stuff. I think it's the future. So as always, I got all kinds of tools, links, and affiliation codes listed down there below to help you figure out these cryptocurrency market. If you're a little shy and you don't really want to chat with me, if you want to chat with me, though, you can hit me up on Twitter. I'm getting a lot of that action lately. I'm over 1,100 followers over there. I know to some people that's not really that big of a deal, but to me, little old Eugene Forest out in the middle of the woods, 1,100 people on Twitter, boom, big plus right there. You guys hitting me up on my email for all the free help desk service, boom, big plus there as well. I'm on all kinds of social media, totally expanding every time I can to get on all the forefronts of social media so that if for some reason man comes in and goes, boom, and hits the button on my YouTube, I'm everywhere else. I'm going to be on Twitter. I'm on DTube. I've been on Minds. I've been getting going on BitTube. I'm starting to look into the EOS one. I don't remember what the name of it was again. Same as there we go. Started looking into that one. So as always, you guys, if there's social media, you can find me out there. I'm always under Bitcoin and Coffee. I'm trying to grab that name before anybody else can go ahead and scoop it up.
Either Bitcoin or Coffee and Bitcoin. I mean, like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because my Twitter is coffee_Bitcoin. I have Bitcoin and Coffee. I lost the password, though, and what account and what email it was tied to.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah. Bah, bah, bah. All right, you guys. So, as always, if you want to get out here, if you want to hang out on air with me, please let me know what's up. Let me know when you want to come out here. You don't have to show your face. If that's a big problem, I know Samantha's never shown her face.
Look at me. Oh, wait, you can't.
So if you don't want to show your face, that's absolutely fine. I got no problem with putting my face out here on the camera. You can go ahead and you can do one of those little thumbnails that don't even have to be your face. We could also just keep it on my face all the time, no thumbnail, whatever you want to do. But I want to talk to everybody. I'd like to get you out here on the air talking about cryptocurrency, what you think, what you feel, why you're invested, because that's what everybody else needs to hear.
Altcoin Buzz Ladies.
Altcoin Buzz Ladies on Saturday at 2 p.m. I was working on the thumbnail for that one the other day. I hope she's not upset, but I was... Well,
you can always run it by her.
I found a picture of her, and I cut her head out, and I was putting it on an image like I do with mine, so they'd be both of our heads.
I think it looks okay.
My head, you said, was a little big and
Yeah.
bobbly, so I got to go back in and try to readjust it.
Yes, he does have a little bit of a bobblehead.
What else do we got going on? Of course, continuing with our weekday episodes at 7:45 Eastern Standard Time. You know, we'll be here. We've been here. Is there any days you think you're not going to be here this week?
No,
You got any opening shifts?
No, I have.
I know you got today and tomorrow
off.
off.
Evening shifts.
Evening shifts. All right. So Samantha will be here all week.
Pretty sure.
And like I said, the weekend show is going to be on Saturday at 2 p.m. Is that about all the business we got going on here?
Yes.
All right, you guys. I really appreciate you coming out here. Like I said, donational address is down below to help support the channel because we're totally unfunded. Rather see a healthy dollar cost the UDC fund. But most off, go have a great week. And remember to keep your BTC safe.
Bye, guys.